He told you he had a meeting with General Kaguta Museveni in January, before elections. What were they discussing? You get the point? So, he actually, if you can connect the dots, we proceed?
Yes, please.
If you can connect the dots, he does not reveal what they discussed in that meeting in January. When he was a candidate,
yes,
he doesn't reveal to you. But if you connect the dots, you can tell that they were looking at the aftermath of the election, how to manage it, the script we are talking about. They were crafting the script that what role are you going to play in this red herring?
And so his role is
in distracting public debate from pertinent issues, the crisis there is in the country, of the humanitarian crisis we are faced with, crimes against humanity being committed against Ugandans, the dilemma Ugandans are facing about their destiny, the future of this country. This is what should be at the center of our conversation. Now you are discussing
the meeting.
Forget about the meeting. I have not come to the meeting. You are discussing rantings. I've followed this in the media. Whether it's in traditional or conventional media or it's in social media, it's about Nsibambi's rantings.
That is why my choice for conversation was actually this particular meeting and whether it does hold any
Now
water.
I come to the meeting.
Yes.
To the dialogue. You see, if a dialogue would happen, because I told you, it's also part of the script. Even after election cycle, Mr. Museveni talks about a dialogue. A dialogue. A dialogue. That's why that has been his...
Yeah, because there are contentions that arise after each and every election.
No, you see, if a dialogue to happen, you must first of all recognize that there is a crisis. And that's what we told him in 2016. After Dr. Besigye was robbed of the victory in 2016. And Mr. Museveni called in the Swedes. The Swedes came in here to moderate a dialogue. We said he must first of all concede that there is a crisis in this country which calls for dialogue. 2, there must be an audit of the election.
Which never came to pass anyway.
And 3, the issue of a transition. If there is to be anything like a dialogue, it should be about his exit from State House, not whether he should remain or not. No. Are you discussing his exit from State House?
You wanted to have a discussion of an exit that is not in the Constitution, which speaks about elections.
What stops one from resigning? After recognizing that you have messed up the country, you have resigned, and you give the country back to the people. It's a resignation.
Okay.
It can happen. And then we go back to the polls and manage the transition accordingly. That can happen. So, in the mind of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, there is no crisis. So can you dialogue with such a person? According to him, actually, the country is stable. Actually, the future is stable. It's about protecting the gains.
Does the country entirely need to be at a standstill or have a crisis holistically?
There must be a stalemate.
Do you think there is a stalemate currently out of the elections? And that could probably be the reason why he accepted this delegation.
No way. This is what I've told you. And if you heard from his own statement, he's on record saying, I am ready to talk to whoever wants to talk to me.
Yeah.
You captured that in your news here.
Yeah.
So
doesn't that show an openness to dialogue?
No. He's actually insinuating that he's ready to receive those who are surrendering to him, those who are frustrated, those who are those who are on the wall.
Then you, as the opposition, have decided to surrender to the person you're fighting to get out of power.
What do you mean?
We have seen opposition getting into parliament, the members that we're seeing. The reason as to why we're even seeing a new formation in the PFF is because you had disagreements in the Forum for Democratic Change, and partly they were related to the same kind of conversation, isn't it?
Tassoling it out for public office is not surrender. If you fight to occupy political space through the constitutional means and by the mandate of the people, that's not surrender.
But when you choose to speak directly or surrender, like you called it, to the very person you want to get out of office.
What do you mean surrender?
What do we refer to that as?
Are you talking about the group that visited the State House or the entire opposition?
Partly, of course, it does represent some of you, including some of your members as PFF.
No. I'm glad they were honest, at least to that extent.
To say that they weren't granted
They're not
permission.
representing
any political
party. At least to that extent, they were honest enough. Yeah. They said they are not representing us. For heaven's sake, do not associate PFF with anything like that.
But how does this depict
we are
the
hurting.
opposition?
I'm telling you, we are hurting. You don't know what we are going through.
You're
Many of
hurting?
our people have disappeared. Sam Mugumya, we don't know. As we talk today, he's on the brink of, he is almost on his deathbed. Sam Mugumya. Makoha Samuel, I was going with him to last December. I was traveling with him to Addis Ababa. He was picked from the airport. He heads our international whatever relations department. We are going for a dialogue of the opposition between ANT, NOP, and PFF. Each of us was supposed to have 4 delegates. So I remained with the 2. We remained 3. One of my troops was whisked away, and up to now, he is still incarcerated. Dr. Besigye, you know what is going through? Obedi Rutale, what they are going through. So for heaven's sake, you ask any of those people. You ask the head of the delegation, Mr. Nsibambi, for all this long Dr. Besigye has been in jail. How many times has he visited him? How many times has he been to courts of law where Dr. Besigye has been produced? Even when it's reported Dr. Besigye is almost dying. It's now on 3 occasions they have reported he is failing health. Even as we speak right now, he's frail. I was with him a couple of days ago.
So these are used as scapegoats to speak of dialogue and speaking about
No,
political
you cannot
prisoners.
purport to dialogue on, you cannot, I'm telling you, I'm sitting with a lot of anger.
Sure, I can see
You
it in your
cannot
eyes.
purport. You're playing around with somebody's life. Do you know how many people have disappeared without a trace?
Are you saying he cannot have the space or the audacity to speak about such issues in the presence of the president that he decides to meet?
Let me ask you, and you get my point. Okay. Even if he did not talk to us, the leadership of PFF.
But he took it upon himself as a leader, a national leader.
Why did he have to take a swipe at us, the lawyers? It pains me that the lawyers for Dr. Besigye are posturing. Just that we are playing to the gallery, to the cameras and whatnot. That
was unfortunate.
That we are just on self-promotion, recognition. We are not doing it in solidarity with the Dr. I wish Nsibambi knew how much we are hurting. He shouldn't have said that statement. What he said about my brother Muwanga Kivumbi, that the way that the approach we are taking is wrong. Which one have you shared with us? Couldn't he approach us at Katonga or privately at my home or anywhere if he invited me that, please, my brother, the approach you are taking in Muwanga's case is wrong? Have you looked at those bullets going through Muwanga's home?
All right.
The lives lost at Muwanga's home.
Sure.
Families are still crying. They lost their loved ones. And we are asking the government, why are you persecuting Muwanga instead of investigating those who perpetrated these heinous crimes of murder, cold-blood murder? And then instead of condemning the people who perpetrated the murder, Nsibambi is taking a swipe at me. That why did you go all the way to take that? Why are you taking that approach? In the case of Dr. Besigye, that why did we have to import in Martha Karua? Why?
You think
this is what I'm telling you.
You think it's stemming from that very choreography as you talked about?
Exactly, the red herring. This is what they discussed with Museveni on how to manage the post-election politics.
Would you be sure about that, especially having not been part of that meeting?
Let me tell you this.
You're a lawyer and you work with evidence.
I've told you, I have studied the world of fascists, narcissists. That's how they behave. Unleash terror, then you purport to create some kind of a conversation.
All right. Now,
which is neither here nor there.
What does this meeting, and I'll call it a meeting, dialogue, or whatever it would be described as, what does it mean, especially having opposition political figures, not directly that they were sent by their political parties, but you are expected as opposition to be an alternative government. You give alternative views. You give an alternative to whatever is happening in the country. How does this augur out with regard to the opposition, having this meeting here?
You see,